Hi everyone, welcome you all once again on our YouTube channel that's God Gifted Cameras, okay, for a very exclusive value series that's The Right Angle to understand yourself better from your handwriting. So I'm Trubs S. Savan, founder of True Copy with you once again. So let me pick up a case for today again, which would be very interesting one, and yes, here we have. It's a story and a handwriting sample of a corporate lady who had approached me a month ago. She is working at quite a senior management profile in a very well-known MNC firm. Definitely, with our series, we would not disclose a clientele name, of course, because it has to be maintained confidential. However, when she had approached me, she had shared a genuine concern she was going through that a lot of times throughout her corporate profile, she always had male bosses in her life and wherein they have always been very dominant on her. A second concern was she has changed jobs because of ego conflicts or rather attitudinal concerns from their end. She feels she had been mentally harassed by them. So these were the concern areas that she had come up with. Of course, again, as the diagnosis center, we took her handwriting sample first, which is, you can see, 1.5 page of writing with her signatures made towards the end. And during the course of analysis, there were very, I can say, intensive things what I had observed in her handwriting. Okay, so very common trait that was seen in her handwriting was especially in all the oval shaped formations that she had made. Okay, wherein ideally the oval shaped letters include letter A, letter O, letter D, letter G, right? And typically this represents the center part of a human body. What I mean is starting from your shoulder region to your abdomen, okay? In short, in terms of handwriting analysis, it represents your social behavior. It also represents or depicts all kind of emotions, repressed feelings that you have had since your childhood till date in your life in terms of your relationship as well. So when I asked her, so the concern was not of today, as even she had pointed out that it's been a trend all her life. But you would be surprised to know that this trend has not come through her journey of corporate life or after working, but it's there since childhood. So when I asked her how was the relationship between the parents, her parents with each other, she just smiled. She said it could be just like any other couple. I mean, yeah, they are together rather, and they have their own set of differences. But somehow when I asked the girl child that have you seen a woman being respected well in the family, and she stayed numb for a while, okay? So that was the key point. She had observed that a lot of people were not treating the women figure well enough with respect in life since childhood, and that's the kind of environment she had come up with. As she grew into a teen to an adolescent, she had gradually subconsciously developed a grudge towards the opposite gender. Now again, it's not a conscious grudge or a conscious negative attitude towards men at all. As I said, it's a subconscious grudge which reveals as situations occur in your life, right? So as she started growing, when I asked her deeper down in her personal life when it came to her friendship or her relationships with men, okay, in terms of her, it could be professional or personal as a friend, there was a pattern again noticed where all of them had very common traits in their personality. A, they were dominant. B, they would always put her down and try to humiliate her or be sarcastic with her. That would always lower down her self-esteem. So here we have a concern again, not to blame the people around, but the person herself, okay? That's when then I shared with her how and what can be known from the oval shaped letters. Also, please do note, first, as I said earlier, the oval shaped letter, the circular pattern of it has to be completely clean. It's a pious place where you are not allowed to make any kind of formations, neither a hook nor a loop or any kind of other formation as well, okay? So when very prominently we saw that there has been a hook coming from the left side of her all oval shaped letters, majorly seen in letter A and D, that is where caution was then addressed to her, and then we helped her to make the change in the pattern. And yes, definitely things are going much better with her again. It's been more than a month, but she's also taking our healing therapy along with practicing the change on her own. Another very common trait, which since she's married, I asked her was, do you really argue with your husband, especially when he's eating food, when you are on the dining table? And she said, yes, that's the only time we get to interact with each other. That's her logical thinking, but a particular trait again connected to the left side of hook observed in her handwriting, especially the letter D, showed that. Second, I asked her that do you also at times have a fear of either separating from your husband or losing him before you in form of a death? Do you check his breathing patterns? And she was stunned, she was frozen. She said, I do that almost every fortnight. So that's a pattern of subconscious thought, or rather an insecure feeling that this lady had developed, that she will be a single parent. It can be she would always be alone all her life without the presence of the male figure in her life. And definitely things have to be corrected right now. Again, disclaimer, when we do analysis, we combine the traits together, but the most common trait that we observe for such kind of insecure feeling is when there is a hook, especially in the letter D towards the opposite gender. The lady goes through a feeling of isolation on her own because of her subconscious thoughts and because of the pattern she has lived all her life. So the change of attitude and the change of writing is required in her, where we have been helping her for over a month. And yes, we do see positive changes in her life. So if you observe this pattern in your own handwriting and you need help for corrections, feel free to connect with us at True Copy. Thank you so much. Take care and good day.